It's time for our weekend energies reading, everybody. I'm Erin, and I provide a 3-card reading for all 12 signs to reveal what messages Spirit is providing for the next 72 hours, forecasting your weekend. Let's get to it, starting with Aries. And starting with the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Chariot. So money heavy reading for you this weekend, Aries. Looking at the Ace of Pentacles, we're talking about material success. So wealth and abundance, that security that you get from financial stability. So this weekend is, I feel like it's going to be a weekend that cements or secures something that will be beneficial to your financial realm. With the Knight of Pentacles, that's also talking about your security and stability. So money is going to be very good for you, and I feel like this weekend is going to be something that solidifies that, gives you that strength financially. With the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles together, both saying that the security, the stability, that material success that's coming for you. Could be a project that you've been working on, could be something that you're going to do that will secure a promotion at work, something along those lines. Now with the Chariot, your 1 power card, the Chariot is talking about a more determined course and some achievement that will happen for you, some success. So on that note, we are talking about this very thing, this financial security that you're going to be achieving. So if you've been wanting to change into something that would be more financially beneficial to you, this is the weekend that you might want to start that. Not saying that it has to be work or you work on the weekends. It doesn't have to be something business related. It could just be something financially related, or like not your workaday thing, not the 9 to 5, but something that some irons you've had in the fire as far as becoming more financially stable. Those things are going to be working in your favor this weekend, Aries. So if you feel an opportunity is being presented to you, or you've already had one in your sights, I say go for it, because the cards are saying this weekend is a good one for you financially. And that is what I am seeing for you. Hello, Leo. Welcome to your weekend energies reading. And we begin with the 2 of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the 4 of Wands. So action-filled weekend for you, Leo. So we know that you have that really strong, extravagant nature. So perhaps the action that's happening for you this weekend is going to feed into that. Now with the 2 of Wands, we are talking about progress and making some decisions that will give you a more stable vantage point, something that's going to give you a stable format for what you're wanting to do. So it also looks at a reliable partner that's going to help you with that. And then you also have that 4 of Wands that talks about romance or marriage. So in this case for you, Leo, I see it being your real partner, your life partner, your spouse, your significant other. They are going to be helping you get to this point, and to keep your optimism at a high level. The harmony that is going to be happening with the 2 of you working together is going to give you that really strong sense of steady abundance just in general. So we got to remember that abundance is not just about money or the financial realm. It can be about all sorts of things. And in this case, it could actually just be your relationship is really on stable ground this weekend, Leo. So not necessarily feeding into an extravagant nature. It's saying that you and whoever you've chosen to spend your life with, or your life with at the moment, definitely a good match, and you're feeling very, very blessed, very lucky, very abundant this week with them. And then with the Knight of Wands, we're actually talking about forward movement that is maybe a little quick. So if you're talking about romance, this could mean marriage. So don't jump into it right away, Leo. If you have that urge to get married this weekend, don't. I mean, it's saying that everything is going really great. There's no reason why you couldn't, but be careful of that, because it looks like that might be the way you're going. No spur of the moment trips to Vegas. No spur of the moment getting married, but things are going to be going really well for you and your partner this weekend, Leo. So just enjoy it. Enjoy the fact that things are going well and you feel like you picked the right person, and they did too. That's what I'm seeing for you. Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your weekend energies reading. We begin with strength. We have the King of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So you are starting and ending with two power cards. I really do like strength because it's talking about outside of the physical realm. So you're going to be exhibiting some strength of heart, strength of mind, which I love to use the old school word fortitude. So you are really going to be exhibiting that about yourself, that steadfast nature that you have, that you want people to be encouraged to follow you and be with you. And so the compassion that you are going to be experiencing and giving out this weekend is going to be very good for you. Something that's really going to feel at home for you, feel very, give you strong self-confidence and make you feel more yourself, actually. And then we have the Hierophant on the other end, also wanting you to have the guidance or be the guide, seek out more spiritual progress. So between the two, I feel like you're going to be doing some soul searching. You're going to want to really build up your fortitude, especially when it comes to the psyche, the heart, the mind. And then you have the Hierophant encouraging you in just that way to get that spiritual progress going, to get your psyche stronger. And then we have the King of Pentacles talking about pure economic power, and also because you are feeling like you are doing well, very well in the financial realm, that you have a sense of generosity also. So with that, it's just speaking to the whole situation where you are feeling very blessed and abundant as far as finances go, emotions go. I feel with the Hierophant and the strength there, it's just in general really good abundance across the board. And so therefore you're going to be able to express that to other people. Your sense of generosity in those realms is going to be exhibited as well. And that is what I'm seeing for you this weekend, Sagittarius. Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your weekend energies reading. We begin with the Tower, the Eight of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. So I hate to say it, starting out with the Tower. So whatever's going on for you, we know the Tower represents temporary chaos. In this case, I'm feeling it might be the whole weekend for you, Cancer, but that's okay because we know that once that turbulence, that terrible time is over, that bad experience, that beneficial things will come to you. Something good is going to come to you. You'll have an epiphany about something that you needed to change. That could be what that Tower is. Or just in general, you needed to have something desperate, something detrimental happen to make you reach out and change. So with the Eight of Swords, we're talking about feeling trapped, but knowing that your sense of right timing could actually save you. So again, with knowing that you have the Tower right off the rip, right off the beginning, just know that if you really do stick with it, trust that you are doing the right thing at the right time, that could very much help you. So just be vigilant. Make sure that you stick to your guns and just head down and work right through that Tower. And then with the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles is talking about economic stability and being on the right track. So it's kind of good to know that your Tower more than likely will not be financial, but it's going to be something detrimental. It's going to be something that really affects you, but knowing, trust in your sense of right timing. Really know that you have to stick to your guns with this, and then and just know that it's more than likely not your finances, but you really do need to, I'm feeling like it might be something social, something emotional. So beware of that and just know that the Tower is temporary, Cancer, and it's your weekend reading. So hopefully it's 3 days temporary, and that's what I'm seeing for you. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekend energies reading. We begin with the Star. We have the King of Wands and the Two of Swords. So lovely card to start out with, that Star. The Star does represent inspiration, open to new ideas, really feeling like you are on the right path, and knowing that your creativity is what can help you manifest what you desire. So the Star is just leaving you open for all sorts of wonderful things to happen. And like I like to say, to think is to create. So this is saying that you have the creative ability with your mind and your spirit and your soul that you can actually encourage good things to happen. So keep a positive outlook this weekend, Scorpio, because the Star is telling you that very much so. You could pretty much program what you're going to have this weekend, what kind of a weekend you're going to have. The King of Wands is talking about being a very visionary person, seeing the big picture and being inspirational to others because of that. The compassion, and actually not just compassion, the passion that you're feeling for these new ideas, something that you've been wanting to create or wanting to do, that is really strong within you this weekend, Scorpio, and other people are going to see that and they're going to want a part of it. So that's how that natural leadership can come into play, because we know the King of Wands is actually talking about that as well, your strong sense of leadership. And then we have the Two of Swords. With the Two of Swords, it's saying that you might have some periods of indecision this weekend, but with the Star there giving you so much inspiration and creativity, I don't think that you will be stuck for long. That sense of indecision is going to help you make the choice that you need to, Scorpio. Just trust in that, and trust that that strong sense of leadership is also going to help you make the choice that's necessary. And that's what I'm seeing for you this weekend. Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your weekend energies reading. We begin with the Seven of Swords, the World, and the Page of Cups. So I love that you have this power card, the World, and right smack in the center of the 3 card, because the World represents accomplishment and celebration. Possible material gains, but definitely feeling like you have accomplished something, something that brings you great joy. And because we're talking about the World, Pisces, it's probably something that's going to be bringing a lot of people joy. Something that you're going to do, a project that you're going to undertake, an experience that you're going to have that is going to bring you and others lots of happiness. So let's look at your cups next. Since we're talking about joy and happiness, let's look at your emotional card. So the Page of Cups is talking about creativity and friendship and connection. So the people that begin as friends who become lovers, the way that a friendship can evolve to something that is much bigger than that, like friends that are like your blood family. You feel that kind of kinship and connection with. That's the kind of thing that we're looking at. And of course, that would definitely bring you great joy. And it would be joy to that person and others around you. When you're expressing that kind of love and positive energy, it's really difficult not to appreciate that and kind of feel, like they say, feel the love, feel it coming to you, being around you. So very warm and fuzzy weekend for you, Pisces. And then we have the Seven of Swords. With the Seven of Swords, we're talking about being open to some truth, being very clear-minded, so that you really know what you're looking for, having that strong sense of clarity that brings you to a truth. So with that, again, it's probably going to be something that's bringing good news to yourself and others, and it's going to tie right into the joy that you're going to be experiencing this weekend, Pisces. I would love to be you this weekend. That's what I'm seeing for you. Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your weekend energies reading. We begin with the Knight of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. So with the swords here, the Knight of Swords is speaking to a sense of discovery, something that you are going to be finding out, a solution to something that's been troubling you. So if you've been trying to work something out, Taurus, and we know that you're kind of stubborn, you kind of stick to your guns until you feel ready to let go of that. So with the Knight of Swords, that's saying that you are definitely going to be in a position where you want to move quickly. You want to find out what's going to be happening. You want to make some decisions without worrying about what's happening. Highly recommend that you do not. This weekend, whenever I see the Knight of any suit, you realize that some rushing is going on. Some quick action is happening. You don't want to do that. I feel like the Knight is kind of a warning not to do that. So in this case, you don't want to act hastily on something to get that results, to get that answer. With the Six of Swords, we're talking about a sense of peace being restored. And steady progress is going to be happening for you. So again, even though you want to move forward, you want to get to that outcome quickly without really thinking about what it might be, the Six of Swords is reminding you that in order for that sense of peace restored, you're going to need to, not stoic, but you're going to want to not rush into it. Do your due diligence. And then with the Queen of Cups is talking about compassion and a strong physical connection, or that strong connection even from mind to mind with someone else. So again, if you keep that in mind and you realize that sometimes wanting to know the answer, thinking you know the answer, or the outcome is not always the best thing. So keep that in mind, Taurus, and remember that even though you like to stick to your guns, sometimes you have to have a little bit of, patience. And that is what I'm seeing for you this weekend. Hello, Virgo, and welcome to your weekend energies reading. We begin with the Four of Cups. We have the Three of Swords and the Page of Swords. So let's go ahead and start from the beginning with your Four of Cups. Your Four of Cups is reminding you to keep an eye on your relationships, especially those close to you, emotionally involved, because even though especially if you're in a situation where you really live together or you are together a lot and you feel like you're taking care of business, like you're taking care of your partner, that's great. But some other things may not be getting met. You may not be giving them the emotional things that they need. You may not be open to their creative outlets. So it's a good idea to just kind of reevaluate your relationship and not get bored with it. Don't let them get bored with you. Then we have your Three of Swords. Three of Swords is talking about sorrow and resignation. And being trapped in negative thinking. But you have to remember not to get stuck there and to keep moving forward. So I think that the Three of Swords and the Four of Cups are both kind of saying, don't allow that negative thinking to affect your relationship. Don't allow it to keep you from realizing what's going on. Don't let it distract you from how you need to be treating your emotional coupling, your people that you are close to. Don't let that take your attention from what needs to be done. And then with the Page of Swords, we're talking about taking on something new and literally hands-on, seeing exactly what needs to be done and what's involved in something that you want to learn. So that being said, that might be talking about your relationship, period. That you want to be involved, be a part of it, really feel like you're in it. So just beware of how you're handling your love relationships. Be careful with them, and or it could be very negative for you, Virgo. So that is what I'm seeing for you this weekend. And hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your weekend energies. And we begin with the Five of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Ace of Wands. So starting out with that center card with your only power card in the reading, the Lovers. So the Lovers is in regard to choices for the betterment of the two of you, for a boost to a relationship. We would normally consider it lovers or, spouse, life partner. But in this case, it could just be a positive alignment between what you want and what you do in regard to someone else. So just being able to think about the other person in the relationship and be very responsive to that. Then let's look at your Ace of Wands. With the Ace of Wands, we're talking about potential new beginnings, creativity, and being very open to growth. So that makes me think that perhaps Capricorn, you might be considering being more of a family, taking something else on, whether that be adoption, whether that be adding a child. With that Ace of Wands along with the Lovers, I'm thinking that being open to that, being open to creating something new that will be a part of that relationship is very strong. And then the Five of Pentacles, I talk about kids, the Five of Pentacles is the downer card for finances. It's saying you're feeling left out. You feel like you're not able to have and do what you want financially. So if you are thinking about adding a new person to your family or increasing that joy and love that you have going on, the growth that could be happening with that relationship, definitely think about the finances because, when you have children, they are a lifetime responsibility and they can be very expensive. So don't let the romance come out of the relationship because you're worried about that. Definitely take it into consideration, but if you want to blossom and flourish, then that's what you should do, Capricorn. Just keep your eye on the prize per se and keep your money straight, along with that love that you want to make exponential. And that is what I am seeing for you this weekend. Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your weekend energies reading, and we begin with the High Priestess, Judgment, and the Hermit. So you, Gemini, have all power cards here. So we just looking at the three of them together, I'm feeling like some time to contemplate is what is going to be needed. So even though the Hermit is the last card in your reading, I'm thinking that he is telling you it's time to take some time to really think about what needs to be done. So this weekend is going to be a weekend of contemplation, possibly some time to break away from other people, from social activity, get on your own path. What is it that you need to do for yourself? Now, we also have Judgment. Judgment is a period or time for evaluation of oneself, needing to do that in order to feel some renewal, to get new perspective on yourself. So the two are definitely working together. Judgment, wanting you to do a self-assessment and knowing that if you really digest what you have already done, what you're doing right now, that it can ensure future success. So slowing down and being to yourself and really tapping into that inner wisdom along with that self-assessment, definitely going to be good for you, Gemini, and your future. Then we have the High Priestess, who is asking you to listen to and trust your intuition and be open to and accepting of messages from your higher self. So in that case, we're talking about really getting into your own zone this weekend, Gemini, and feeding your own soul. What do you need? The spiritual development that can happen with you, which is what the High Priestess is talking about, that self-assessment and taking the real time to really be alone to yourself. A break from the social grouping, the social activity is probably the best thing for you if this is what's going to happen. When you come out of this weekend, if you do this for yourself, Gemini, I think you'll be very happy that you did. And that is what I'm seeing for you this weekend. Hello, fellow Libra, and welcome to your weekend energies reading. We begin with the Moon, the Six of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. So starting out with a power card like the Moon is just opening you to divine communication. So you want to trust your sense of intuition. You want to trust your gut feelings, and dreaminess. You are able to see things from your dreams. So pay attention to what you're dreaming about this weekend, Libra, because that's probably feeding visions of what needs to be happening for you, feeding into what your gut feeling is, and helping you to see the things that you need to see. Maybe not physically or in the physical realm, but definitely making you more aware of what's beneath the surface. With the Six of Wands, we are talking about really strong self-confidence, doing things and knowing, even if you don't get recognition, though the Six of Wands does kind of lend to saying that you will have recognition in Libra. I mean, everybody likes recognition, but we really like it. We like to know we're doing something well, but it feels like with the Moon and then the Six of Wands, your sense of self-confidence this weekend is going to be off the charts, so you're not going to need that recognition from outside. You're going to definitely be feeling it internally, which sounds really good. Me being a Libra, I would love that, to just feel like you are on top of it. You know it. You feel it. So very self-confident weekend. And then just, really intuitive too. Good for you. And then with the Ten of Cups is talking about living a purposeful life. You have that sense like you really are. Very high self-esteem, sense of connectedness with your fellow man. So definitely your kind of weekend, Libra. You're going to be feeling in tune with everybody around you. You're going to be feeling very, very open to the vibe that people are giving you, and everybody's going to be sending you positive vibes. So a very good weekend for you, Libra. I would say this is a good time to spend time with people you really get along with well, because you can't miss if you do that. And that would be a great weekend for just about anybody, right? Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekend energies reading. And we begin with the Queen of Swords. We have the Fool. And we have the King of Swords. I love that they're bookends there. The swords are, and then the King and the Queen of all things, or the Queen. Yeah, the Queen and the King. So, with the Fool in the center, it's just, I feel like your free spirit is just going to be really on tap. You're going to be really open to things, very positive outlook on trying something new, not being afraid to do it. So that in itself is great. But when you add the Queen of Swords to that, the Queen of Swords is talking about being able to overcome obstacles, being able to understand them to the point where they're not obstacles anymore. Really opening and encouraging your sense of independence. So, because you just feel like you're capable. So that, along with the Fool, you are really going to be really feeling capable. I know that sounds crazy, but really capable, like you can handle anything. Challenges, bring them on, and just that really optimistic way of looking at a new situation. And then you have the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is talking about being able to fully understand a complex situation. So again, we're looking at full understanding of something, and it's probably something that's been gnawing at you, Aquarius, something that you haven't really been able to figure out until this weekend. It's gonna bing, you're gonna have that little light bulb above your head and be like, that's what I was doing, that's what I was doing wrong, or that's what the answer is to that issue. And also, having the guts to try something new is actually going to help you with that, with the being able to overcome obstacles, and with that ability to really understand something that you didn't really get before. So you are going to be just a fountain of information. You're going to be really open to some answers, and seeking them too, because now you can address them and get what's going on and get the answer. And that is what I'm seeing for you this week at Aquarius. Thank you for joining me, and I want to invite you to join me for your weekly reading. And as always, essentially, we all have a divine purpose. Embrace the universe and live your dream. Until next week, here's wishing you health, prosperity, and positive relationships. Farewell to you all.